Name?
Armen5.
Actually, can you say your name and your organization also?
Armen5 with Big Brothers Big Sisters of South Texas.
Great. Okay, Armen, can you tell me a little bit about why you're here today, about Big Brothers Big Sisters, and then weave in some of how the budget cuts are affecting your programs?
Well, it's a two-pronged effort as far as why we're here today. The first item was because Representative Ariel's office had invited us, our kids that are mentored at Bonham Academy in San Antonio with workplace mentoring program with the local Representative Ariel's office. And those kids had the opportunity to come to the Capitol today, tour the Capitol and meet with the representative. We took time to tell them a little bit about what he does, and we were also mentioned, the kids were mentioned, and they're recognized on the Senate floor as well, I think on the House as well. So that was one reason why we came up, to show our support for the representative's efforts. And we also wanted to meet with some of the legislators, particularly on the conference committee, be the reason whether we will be able to serve more kids in our communities who have an incarcerated family member or parent, which is the program that is being cut.
So what do those budget cuts mean? What happens if those cuts go through?
Well, it basically, to give you an idea, when the program started in 2006, the program is called Amachi, and it was formed by a reverend out of Philadelphia, who's also a former mayor of Philadelphia, where he saw generations of kids in the prison system. He was doing prison ministry, and one of the inmates said, "I have a son outside of this entity, and I don't want him to end up here. Okay. I don't want him to meet me here." So Reverend Good decided to do a mentoring program for these kids. And that has grown into a nationwide effort. Texas was one of the first ones to grasp this through the governor's office at the time to provide that support. And we grew the program. We've grown it because there are so many kids who are in this situation, and we already serve them, who have an incarcerated parent or a family member. But now because we had support from the state and we had support, funding opportunity to provide more mentors and support for these kids, the program grew. 70% of these kids who have an incarcerated parent or loved one, they end up in a TYC facility or detained in some respect or another. And so those kids who have a big brother or big sister, almost 100% of those kids ended up not getting into a TYC facility or getting into trouble, and in fact improved with grades and attendance and all the other factors that benefit from having a big brother or big sister. So we're here to fight for that amount. It was completely left out of the budget, but we had an advocate in the House, Representative Ariel, who put in a rider. So it was in the House version, and unfortunately it wasn't in the Senate version, and so now we're here to advocate for half of what we initially seeking. So and if we don't get funded, we could we can't grow the program. We have over 1,400 kids waiting for a Big Brother Big Sister in South Texas. They won't get served, and it might affect the current matches that are open as well. And eventually our McAllen office, which is based strictly on state funding, might even shut down. So we're here to advocate for that, to get support.
Okay. I think that covers just about everything that we are asking.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Anything else you want to tell legislators?
I think it's a crucial time right now for a lot of individuals. There are a lot of constituents and entities coming to the Capitol to vouch for their organization. One thing, one way that Big Brothers Big Sisters is unique is that we have a short-term and a long-term solution to the socioeconomic problems that we have. There's an excellent book out that talks about how much we invest, over $900 billion in nonprofits. You would think that that amount would move the social needle in some respect. We'd have better dropout rates. We'd have less teenage pregnancy and improved academics in all the other areas. But why don't we? And I think it is clear that a mentoring program like Big Brothers Big Sisters keeps kids in school, allows them to graduate from high school, and provides them the culture of thinking about college and going on to a secondary level of education. So it's a crucial time, but I think if we don't act now, the time is now to step up and provide support for those programs like Big Brother.